Okay, this we got is Dragon Age 2. Probably seen the review already, but just give you a look at the game. I guess we'll start looking at the graphics a little bit. We're in the town of Kirkwall. First one you're in. It's quite large. I don't know if it was just me, but it seems like the characters in this are smaller. It seems like they cut down on everything in terms of size, I think, and texture, just so they can get that cleaner look. Just wondering, I mean, anything that has an icon like that is a mission. The town is large. It gives you, plenty of places to roam. You can't go in all the houses or anything like that, which I think might annoy some people, but you couldn't do it in Origins either. And, I mean, like I said, it's a cleaner presentation, but it lacks a little bit in the way of detail. You can tell just a little. It's certainly better than Origins, but, they can still do better. At any time, you can go in. This is just to give you an idea of where you can go in and check your quests, which is always easy to do. And main plot, companion, secondary, side quests. It's like I said, it's very accessible. Allows you to see everything you need to do. And in fact, when you leave the area, it'll actually tell you each area which missions are in each area. And also, the other thing you can do is at any time you got inventory, you get a journal, so you can check your characters and they're, obviously, and just looking at this part, it's clearly role-playing oriented. You can check your abilities. This is where things, some people have a few issues. It's a little more streamlined. They have these separated into talents, so you can pick these and choose which, sort of skill tree to really up your stats on. For different characters, it depends on, what they are, whether a rogue, a mage, or warrior. But it's not exactly as in-depth as Origins was. It makes it a little more accessible. And here's the other thing, and I got to mention this, because I think everybody's mentioning this. If you go into your inventory, you can see the difference. Here's your main character. This is my main character. Now you can see on the left, I can equip, weapon, helm, gloves, armor for the upper body, and boots. Now, if I go over here to all my other characters, I can't do that. They can equip accessories, but no armor. I cannot figure out why they did that. One of the best parts of RPGs is equipping all your characters as they're supposed to be. So I don't quite get that. But at least it's something to, at least I guess people who aren't used to RPGs, I suppose, it's good for them. But who the heck is buying this that doesn't play RPGs? That's the one thing I'm not quite getting. And you can see there's a little bit of chugging and moving around. It's standard, but it's not going to kill you. It's not crippling, but it's pretty obvious. So we're in battle. I paused it, as you can see. Now the reason it's good is because I have an arcane shield going, but as soon as that's up, at any given time, you can pause, which is what I think is really the difference between RPGs and games that claim to be RPGs. You can switch between your characters with R1 and L1, and obviously the difference is that when I'm going to press X, I can attack. Now that's obviously, that's one of the additions that people don't particularly like. It does not change the core mechanic, because the core mechanic as a mage would still be something like this. I'm going to cast completely missed, but it allows you to choose at all times, and it's not a difficult process. So it's streamlined in that I can always know what to do. I can move easily, and if I want, I can attack normally like this, and I can always pause to assign new commands. I can pause to assign potions. So it moves well. It's not that it doesn't move well. It's just that it's not, and you've got the tactics to assign too. So you've got the battle working well. The only thing is that you do sense a little bit of the hack and slash. This is just a look at, give you an idea of these updated visuals I was talking about. I don't want to spoil anything in terms of the story, so I don't want you to see too much. But the animation's a little better, facial emotions better, and the voice acting really is good. But it gives you, it really brings you into the story a little bit better. It's not bad, and it's certainly much better than it was in Origins. I don't mind it as much as I did before, and it's better than the demo. You may have seen a lot of things in the demo. There's a lot of pop-in clipping and audio dropouts. I don't know why that was like that so much in the demo, but it's not that it's entirely disappeared, but and this is where you get your choices, and you can see that this is the good one, this is the and then you have your options here. These are a little iffier depending on how you want to build your character, and this is the part of Mass Effect 2 is what Bioware does well, probably like a heavy rain sort of thing where you make your decision, and a lot of times early in the game it really only depends on building characters and relationships, not directly the impact on the plot. But it's still great. It's something I think really all RPGs should have. So at least it gives you a chance to see. And a lot of times I've gone back and reloaded just to see the changes. And usually it's cosmetic. It's usually just in how characters react to you. But there's been one or two times where it certainly changes what happens to some extent. Like I said, this is just a look at the battle that I was showing you before. I have a slightly different party just so you can see a little bit. So I can switch between them. I have a warrior that I can move. Any switching is always good for, any RPG. We couldn't do this in Final Fantasy 13, and I think that's what really bugged me the most. And when you're at any given time, the important thing is to go to your character. You don't like what he's doing. This is where the heart and soul, I think, of this game lies, is in the tactics, is being able to set, like if I'm surrounded and I'm not using my main character's like 3 enemies, I'm going to cast Chain Lightning. Or if someone's coming right up to him, we'll do Mind Blast. These are just little things I threw in here just to give you an idea.
Chain Lightning reminds me of Heroes.
Chain Lightning is awesome. Chain Lightning is awesome in anything. And you have self. Okay, his health drops with 50% on my cast heal. It's obviously more important for the characters you don't use often. And this is really where the heart and soul of the RPG is. So if you don't like the way things are going, you can always go in here and change them at any time, not to mention the pausing in battle. But at any given time, you have these sort of abilities that you can always access. And if you're getting hurt, you can always sort of heal yourself. Select who you want and try and get yourself out of trouble.
How is that menu on the bottom right-hand corner? Like, does that function well?
Oh yeah, the menu. Which one? The one on the bottom right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cooldown and warm down. It allows you to see what's happening. You know what I mean? Mm. And in this case, when you're a mage and people are chasing you all over the place, you tend to die a lot. So one of the things you can always do is do a quick heal with like a potion and just save yourself while they're pummeling you, and hopefully you can get away. But the other thing is that you can do is, because they're right in front of you, you do have some options, and you can just sort of work it out. And you can see the difference. The best part is you can always get a grasp of battle. I mean, yeah, it happens quickly, but you always tend to know what's happening when, and that's one of the things I like most about anything. People don't like the fact that they say, oh, well, you can maybe hack and I'm not slashing my way out of anything. I suppose it'd be easier if you're a warrior, but warriors have plenty of skills that are absolutely necessary. So the idea that you're going to get out of situations by hacking and slamming on the same button over and over is wrong. It's been wrong. I don't like that excuse. There are other reasons why it's less of an RPG, but that's really not a good excuse. And the good thing is your AI is pretty good. They will attack. So it's a really addictive thing to play, because you can really get into it easily. But you are going to lose a little bit of what we call an RPG, just because I can't put armor on my other guys. I keep harping on that, but it annoys the hell out of me. And there's other things. There's other small little things. It seems like there's less skills. It seems like it's not, because everybody can't wear everything. There's less races. Actually, there's no races. There's less classes. There's only 3 classes. So for the hardcore, I can see why they might complain a bit, but there's no doubting that this is a really fun game. And I'm just going to leave it there because I don't want to have too many spoilers, but hopefully this gives you a better idea of what to expect when you go pick up the game. And if you're a role-playing fan, you really should. No waiting for, Skyrim here. I mean, this is going to last you a while, so give it a shot.